Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Let's see what's going on in the market today. And maybe we can actually go back to doing some trading too. All right, let's see what's going on. So let's take a look at the pre-market here. We've got 7 minutes to the open. GameStop's got some interesting movement going on this morning. Seems like on the hourly basis, they have a little bit more volume than I've seen in the past few days. Going into the open at least. Interesting movement here, but it has also been kind of declining in the pre-market hour. So it's always funny when you kind of go from the hour to the minute. But let's see what else we got. So I've got a few things written down. I was looking at AMD and GameStop this morning as just sort of more trades. But I want to see everything that's going on. So let's look at all stocks here again. Let's go to the pre-market and understand what's going on. So, cost is moving up too all of a sudden. Yeah, look at that. Let's see here. Wow, it's also very low volume though. So, cost, GameStop, Agora, Nikola, Arcimoto, all moving up about a little more than 3%. Even ChargePoint here. ChargePoint's one of those lately that has just been crazy with either going straight up or going straight down. And today's volume, right before the open, is better than yesterday. Better than 2 days ago. But not as great as what we saw over here. Which also was followed by a big red. This one's almost been a little unpredictable. Oh, man. They don't make it easy. So, and then on the losers, unfortunately, we got SOS down 6.7%. Gevo's down. Cannabis ETF down. And the rest is literally mixed over here today. Or down somewhere, up or down somewhere around 0.5%. Tesla's coming up back to 675. So we've got some green on those that sold off yesterday. In fact, if I sort by those that sold off yesterday, you can see that most of those are green today. So that might be a way to play today, like Upstart, for example. Let's see, Upstart. Upstart's one that moves a lot too during the day. This one's crazy. The volume's not that high. Oh, it's pretty low. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Some pre-markets, it's extremely low volume. It gets under a couple hundred shares there. It's actually better than what it has been the other days. That's crazy. It's around 3,600 in volume here. Upstart's one of those as a buy and hold that I don't really want to get into for over 100, but I'm down to play with it. I'm gonna buy a little bit of Upstart right here in the really low in the pre-market. I'm gonna do it. Let's do 150. No, let's do 200 just for giggles here in the pre-market. All right, I'll just put that in at 128. Yeah, let's see if we can buy that 25K. See if it'll go through. All right, submitted. Did it go through? No, of course not. I should buy it and then say I'm gonna buy it. Wait, did it go through? No, I think it did go through. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I got partially filled. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh well. Darn it. If I move the rest up to 129, I feel like I'm gonna get burned. I'm gonna leave it at 128. So we'll just leave it there. There we go. Okay, so we'll leave Upstart here. Let's see another one that market's about to open. I might want to wait until the market opens. So I'm gonna do that more as a trade. So let me mention this here. One sec. Okay. One sec. Okay, let's keep going here. So what else is going on in the pre-market? We did have some jobless claims come in a little bit worse than expected, which I know is going to weigh on the market or at least people's considerations a little bit. I've noticed, though, the market doesn't seem to move horribly one way or the other on jobless claims. It's kind of like I feel like we've almost a little bit gotten desensitized to bad news in the past here. Or over the past few months. It's almost kind of like when we hear fourth wave now, we almost shut down. It's like, okay, all right, whatever you say. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I'm just saying more from trading perspective. I don't think the jobless claims have such a big that they're such a big catalyst. As much as they seem like they should be, I don't think they really are. So we'll see how things move. All right. Well, I'm excited for market to open. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we've got 1 minute. We got about a minute to go until the market opens. So just looking at the rest of the things that are moving right now. GameStop. Yeah, GameStop's moving again. Let's see how I really want to see how this one opens. We've got Canoe. We've got Arcimoto, Microvision, Upstart. Okay. All right. Let's take a listen here to CNBC. Get our opening bell, and let's see how the morning goes.
Places to go. You and I could spend a week going to places together, and maybe we should do that.
David, they had the Camus 2018 for $73. Camus,
oh my God.
You know what Camus is.
I know it well from
Paul,
your
I found something you know.
From your wedding.
Camus. Oh no,
your wedding 3 different times.
We had the special 40-year Camus, David. We went from Baltimore to Boston, took every single bottle. Remember, we had 508 people
Carl,
at the wedding.
I didn't leave the bar, Carl. I just kept having them pour that for me.
Did you go to the Mountain Caviar?
It was great.
How about, did you go to the Kilo Luge?
Yes, the Luge. I remember that too.
Look at that half open. Nick,
guys,
half red. That's almost perfect. It's almost perfectly half green and half red. All right, so let's see how the morning is opening. All right, so I will also mention if there's anything fun for a long trade. But let's see what we've got here. Oh, what's their news that they've got? A record high for the S&P. Okay, I don't know why they do breaking news for that. So what do we got? Let's see here. Canoe is how's our open here? 165,000 a volume on the hour. Let's go ahead and go down to the minute because we're just getting started. Oh, Canoe's starting to perform perhaps today. Oh, that's juicy. $10. GameStop's going down. Let's see here. AMD. Not C, no. AMD, I'm watching this one as well. So this one's got a red candlestick. We've got downtrend over here. Did we get our fill on Upstart? Let's see here. Upstart. No, I have not gotten filled on Upstart. Did I? Oh, no, I did get filled on Upstart. Oh, awesome. Good thing I left that limit there. Okay, cool. So I got filled on Upstart. So we'll see how that one performs. And Canoe. Dang it. I like Canoe. I don't really want to chase it. Do I? No. You know what I'll do is I'm going to put in like a 110. Oh gosh, here it goes. I'm going to put in a 2,000 share order of Canoe at 1010. I'm cool with it at 1010. Oh, not quantity 2. It's a 2,000. Now I have to do 1998. Stop. 1998. There we go. All right, let's go. There we go. We'll see if either of those actually fill. Oh yeah, that should fill because it's at 104 and stuff right now. Good. Okay, so I want to see how those perform today. We'll see. I should have probably picked that one up pre-market. It would have been like 30 cents cheaper, but that's sometimes the way it works. That could get burned. That's a little slow on that. Okay. Okay. let's see. Okay, cool. So look at this, though. Let's see what the rest of the market is doing. So I've got those 2 orders in. Now I'm going to play around a little bit. Let's see how the day evolves. We've got Square moving really nicely. Square was another one I was looking at, too. That is currently up 3%, and this one's been trending up the last few days. I want to look at the volume on Square as well. Square is one that I wouldn't mind having more of long. Same thing with Peloton here. They can. The nice thing about what I've noticed with Square and Peloton is sometimes these guys during the day, they could just be a nice kind of solid trend up. They're less crazy than like the Canoe. What I've noticed with like Canoe, and this is a danger with Canoe, is this thing could go up to 20% today, or it could literally go down to down 5%. That's my expectation for Canoe today. I think there's more upside with Canoe, but you just never know. Let's see. And we're going to watch them too. But look at what's red today. We've got SOS red, Cinemark red. We've got actually a lot of the recovery and cannabis plays are red today, which should do well for potentially Upstart and Canoe. We'll see. Because the EVs all seem to be in the green today. Penn Gaming's up as well. Still 102. Not a solid kind of price action upwards here. But where's Tesla? Okay, here. See, Tesla pulled back a little bit, though. Yeah, Tesla pulled back a bit. Visa is moving nicely up. All these guys up almost just a little under 1% here. We've got Blink Charging moving up a bit. I don't see where Upstart went, which is probably not good. Let's see. Upstart. Oh, Upstart's right at 128. Okay. So it's bobbing around that 120. Good thing I didn't set that higher limit. Just let it play. Let's see what else is breaking out. What else is moving here? So we're looking at the chat here too. Etsy, someone says. Oh, Etsy. I just love Etsy. Oh, that's really nice too. Okay, let me get rid of this stupid pre-market chart here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, Etsy's great. MP Materials. If you didn't watch the interview with the CEO yesterday, I think you really ought to. I spent like an hour and 20 minutes. They give me a good amount of time with the CEO over at MP Materials. Really exciting. Yeah, look at some of our longs though. A lot of our longs today are crushing it, and this is so good. I mean, my longs are the ones that in the long term they make me a killing. But Peloton, Square, Redfin, Enphase, Etsy, these are like all my longs today are green. This is so exciting. Let's go. And even NEO is up. Oh my gosh, NEO is actually up today. Geez, my purchases on I'm way upside down on my Webull purchases on NEO. But which is okay because I have more NEO shares at JP Morgan and Robinhood and M1. But wow, it's been a ride with the EVs over the last couple months. It's been crazy. What else is moving? So we've got Blink. Oh, the chargers too. Let's see, where's ChargePoint? Blink's got a real nice high short percentage. ChargePoint's not doing as well. Why does it keep putting my pre-market back? By the way, if you want to suffer with this platform as well, make sure to get 2 free stocks with Webull, and then you too could have problems like the little pre-market chart always coming back. There we go. All right, so we're ChargePoint's. Oh, ChargePoint could end up recovering. Let's see. I like ChargePoint, but it's mostly because of the Biden admin movements here, which we'll see if those end up getting through. ChargePoint's turning around nicely here. All right, let's see here. All stocks, XL Fleets, SOS. These guys are getting burned today. Really, recovery sector is holding the flame. Even Dave & Buster's is down. United Airlines down. The cruise lines giving away their fun again. While at the same time, record high for the S&P. And that's I think the crazy thing is like no matter what play we have, it seems like we're either like getting burned or doing well but the S&P 500 is just always at a record high. It's like the most bizarro market ever. Whatever. So EXPI is running as well. Look at that run on EXPI. That's really nice. My Webull purchases are also at a slightly higher basis here. EXPI is also pretty oversold right now. So that's one to keep an eye on. Invite. Canoe's still trending up. A little bit of a red candlestick forming here now. We've got EXPI moving. I don't think I plan on trading out of any of these positions for at least a few hours. Probably, towards lunchtime. So we'll see how the day evolves. It's just too early to really get excited or get upset, in my opinion. So let's see here. Okay. Tattooed Chef, flat. SunPower. Here's another one, SunPower, that tries to trade with Enphase, but is much more volatile, I've noticed. Okay. Okay. So, all right, let's see. Let's listen in on CNBC here for a moment. What are they talking about here?
Right. Yeah.
I think it's good.
You do.
Obviously, the stock is good.
Does it really advance things, Jim? I mean, how does it advance? What does it do? How does it truly bolster their ability to do their business in a more effective way?
Maybe because it makes it so that they're focused on the company and not whether they are going to get taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. It's kind of a distraction every day.
Maybe Dropbox will buy Box.com.
Although it's interesting, Levy's not one of these founders who owns a lot of stock at all. He never had his huge payday. And there were those who believed he actually would have been.
Somebody says the 10-year treasury is falling. Is that true? Well, the only thing I see falling right now is Canoo. So Canoo's doing a nice little red candlestick here. We've got our long position built out, our 5,000K share long position. But I'm pretty sure my short-term trade position went in at like 10.05 or something like that. But Canoo's great. Canoo, I think, is so oversold. So I'm excited for Canoo. We'll obviously see how the day trade goes. We've got look at Blink though. I wonder if Blink's gonna see Blink's pulling charge point up. Yeah. That's pretty nice too. Blink's pulling charge point up. We've got Etsy. Etsy's kind of stabilizing. And this is the other thing. Sometimes the day will kind of stabilize within the first 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes within the first 30 minutes. And so I might buy one more thing as a short-term trade and then kind of have like 3 trades going for the day and then figure out where to exit, whether that's today or tomorrow, probably today. We'll see. So Etsy, in terms of longs, so what would I be buying long right now? Let's pull this. So in terms of things that look cheap for long stuff, let's find some stuff. So what looks cheap? Well, oh my gosh, XL Fleet is $8. Oh, wow. That's really low. I don't prefer this company. Like, I don't know that I would want to hold this company. And I'm not convinced in the business model. But that's crazy how much this has sold off. I mean, I remember XL Fleet, it was $20 for a period of time. And then it ran up. Yeah, it was over here, 18, 19, $20. And then the thing ran up to like 34 or something dollars, $35. Look at that. It ran up to that. It was insane. And then it came, I mean, it's basically come crashing down this thing. Gee whiz, that's cray-cray. All right, let's see here. Look at Macy's. Just saw that open, a nice 2% decline here. Although if we go to the day chart, yeah, see, Macy's had that same kind of path. The recovery stocks are just booming, boomed throughout the good part of March, with the exception of like the second half really started beating up on recovery stocks. Let's see, how's Spirit doing? Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines actually still been doing well. Gosh, this was like 29 for a while over here. Yeah, actually not even that long. Remember, it's sitting at 29, and they kind of blew up from there. Good for them. So Canoe right now sitting right around 10. Optimistic about this one. We'll see how the day goes. Look at EXPI though. That's the one that's crushing it right now. Man, that's a good one. Yeah. EXPI just heading straight up here. Very, very nice. And so is Blink. And I wonder if that means it's pulling charge point up as well. Peloton as a long position. Really nice to see this basically knocking on the door 20 here. That's awesome. Canoe, I mean, if we keep getting this upward trajectory of all of these, I think Canoe might, I mean, we'll see. Maybe we'll go to like a 1050 or something again. It's tough because we did have the short sellers file some lawsuits that really pushed that company down from like its usual rubber band of 15 to a new rubber band that we haven't really found yet because it's been bouncing between $8 and $10. Actually, 8 and like 950 is where it's been bouncing. So relative to the last few days, it's a little high, but relative to its past, it's super, super low. So we'll see how that goes. Upstart, how's Upstart doing? Oh my gosh, Upstart went down. Darn Upstart. Upstart's one of those that is so awesome because it does move a lot in the days. And it's been bobbing up and down like crazy over here. We had a sell-off yesterday. And so my thought was that maybe we'd see a rebound today. But right now we are not seeing a rebound at Upstart. We're down $3 on that one. Darn. Canoe's sitting right around, oh, look at that. A little bit of a movement on Canoe. Right around break even on Canoe. Just getting started here. EXPI just pulled back a little bit as well. So I'd be curious to enter something like EXPI or maybe something else here. We'll see if we get a consolidation on any of these. In terms of longs, because we're playing with like 40K right now on trades. In terms of longs, I've got a ton of money, like over 7 figures in Etsy, for example. I'm trying to build Peloton to those levels as well. Redfin's over 7. Square's not. I think Square's like 400 or something like that. But anyway, these are really good moves for my longs, just because a lot of these have been really beat down. Here's some of my shares at end phase. We've got all of these moving up nicely today. It's like the Kevin stocks overall are doing well today in terms of Kevin longs, which is nice. Seeing Tesla move again. Well, why is Genpact in here? I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Tattooed Chef is at 1966. Oh, Upstart, pretty volatile here. Look at this. Upstart's just bobbing like crazy today. This is one that it will come out and either be, what I've noticed is it either goes down also 4%, or the thing just skyrockets and all of a sudden you're up 15%. So we'll see where the momentum is. We may have started some of those positions a little early. Sometimes pre-market, which is really just a suggestion for what the day's going to do, can be really entertaining and very different from what ends up happening in the day. Look at Matterport, though. Matterport down to 1351. If this goes below, I want to add a big chunk here for my long. And my cost basis on Webull is actually 1372. Yeah. So that long position's actually on Webull, at least it's down about 20%. That's one that I would really be comfortable adding more to. If we break 12, I really want to bump that position up as a long. Oh, look at Voyager today. Voyager, after that big 13 to 14% sell-off yesterday, just coming out of the gate, crushing it today. Look at that. Yeah, that's right at the open. Nice, really big movements at Voyager Digital. That's awesome. Great moves. We got a little bit of that consolidation there at EXPI. Blink's doing it as well. So it'll, I think, just be a matter of time before Voyager does that. Canoe bobbing around a little bit. We'll see how the day evolves. kind of hanging out stable right around here, around that $10. We are up overall, if we include the long, not today's. Today's is down about 15 cents or something like that. Super nominal. Don't want to trade it in either direction with that smaller movement. Nice position here in Peloton, but also starting to red candlestick a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the terminal here. I want to see what's going on with treasury yields. Let's also see what's going on in the news. Let's see what's going on with the suits. Remember that Voyager, I think, is potentially going to be a nice Coinbase play. And we'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and pull this up here.
VIX at 16.5 this morning. We're back after a break.
Okay, we're going to a break.
I've spent my career helping others make their dream
Everybody's
homes
on
reality.
commercial. Fine then. Fine. We won't tune into you. Wanted to pull up the terminal, but I guess I'll have to wait on doing that. So let's see what else we have here. Etsy, everything kind of chilling out a little bit. We had a nice little run here at the start of the day, which creates some possible better entry points, or might create some better entry points here. Let's see. For example, Voyager Digital. Here comes that red candlestick at Voyager. Everything's doing a little bit of a red candlestick right now, I'm noticing. See, yeah, look, EXPI is coming down. Blink's coming down. Everything's coming down a little bit. Could create nice buy points. I'm going to be watching Canoe. I might add a bit to Canoe, and then that'll average my day position down a little bit. We're barely off right now. 120 on Peloton. Good job. Peloton back to 120. I've revised my forecast up on Peloton, though I prefer buying it right around 100. I've been saying, for a very long time, Peloton is a good long play, but it got really, really expensive. I mean, when it ran up over the 130, 40, 50 range, it got way too expensive. So we've got big movements here in the recovery positions. A lot of these going down. SOS is getting spanked today. That's not so good. We've got XL Fleet. How is XL Fleet down another 3%? And it's at $8.30. It's crazy, crazy low. Crazy low. Yeah, Upstart is super low volume, it seems, right now, which is unfortunate. That's not so good for Upstart. The Upstart position is going to have a little ouchies here. But I think Upstart has a potential for me buying a little bit more as well, just because the volume is so low, which is not good. The volume definitely subsided today. Let's go ahead and look at the volumes here. So let's look at volumes on Canoe. Volumes on Canoe, 40,000, 20,000, 30,000, 25,000. Let's see how we did yesterday relatively. So Canoe, I think, could run. This is the one I might want to do. Yeah, the volumes. So this was yesterday. We had some really big volumes that came somewhere around 25 minutes into the day is when we started getting higher volumes on Canoe, which if we were like yesterday would be in like 4 minutes. But we really started the day out here similarly with that 14 to 22 to 30,000. We had, and then the day before we were, let's see here. Yeah, we had a bigger push the day before, that 14 to 30,000 kind of average. So we'll see how that is. Voyager Digital really consolidating here. Could create a buying up. We'll see how much Voyager comes down. Voyager, man, if I could get Voyager under 20, ooh, that would be so juicy. Canoe around $10 though, relatively. Like the cool thing about Canoe is even if this went down to like $9, right? And I was up, let's say I was upside down on my long. Canoe is one of those that I think is going to rubber band back to maybe not the 15 where we used to rubber band around, maybe to like 14. confident it's going to rebound to 14 at some point. Give it within the next 6 months. Not that I want to really hold the thing that long, with the exception of my long position. Long position, I'm okay holding. But I think there's a chance Canoe's going to run again back to 18. So that's kind of my range on Canoe. It's the same range I've mentioned for a few days now. Is that 14 to 18 for my long kind of a swing on Canoe. Looking for longer, let's see, do we have longer fundies today? Look at Peloton, just really, really, really doing well today. Very, very nice on Peloton. We've got Blink that's doing very nice as well, but also had a little bit of a pullback here temporarily. I think Upstart's the ones just getting burnt. Upstart almost playing a little bit, I think, with a recovery play. But Upstart's played on both sides. Like Upstart doesn't discriminate. So Upstart. Yeah, Upstart's down a little bit on this one. And this is kind of where we've been bobbing the last few minutes, right around that 124 range. I might, if we see a turn here, I might add a little bit to Upstart. We'll see how that goes. Okay, that's just on the more tradey front. If we go to longs, let's go to our last, put our last right here. We'll pull up the news in just a moment again too. I really want to have the Bloomberg terminal up, but I don't have it up right now. SOS is still we still have a little bit of a downtrend in the market, especially on the recovery side. Oh, Spirit's turning around good. GM's trying to turn around. United's trying to turn around. Carnival's trying to turn around. That could be good for Upstart. If it is going to trade over here with the losers of the day, so to speak, a lot of them are turning around right now. Simon, Cheesecake, CCL. Let's see. Clever. Yeah. Okay. Also turning around. ARC, Facebook. So the ones that are down today seem to be somewhat trying to green up here. It's just nice to see. Let's just get everything green. How about that? Just bring everything to the moon. Let everyone win, okay? There don't have to be winners and losers. There should only be winners. Tesla's also moving up a little bit again here. I should have bought that put, or sold that put, rather. I was thinking yesterday about selling a put at 650, and I didn't think I'd get executed by Friday. Part of me is like, maybe I should still buy it. But I think I'd put the money into Upstart or Canoe today. I don't know. Let's see. If I went into the 650 puts right now on Tesla, let's see. The implied volatility is actually 55. Well, as we get closer, this is going down anyway. Let's see what if I sold one. I'd get $255. Yeah, it's too little. I'd have to go out to like next week, I think. Let's go to next week. Next week. Or let's go to the 30th. Let's sell it. Let's see. What selling a put would be like. Sell one put. One put would get you $3,000 if you were willing to do a single put of Tesla. But the problem is Tesla's really expensive because you'd have to have collateral of like $60K to do that. And then you'd have to be willing to buy it. And then what if it's falling more? But then again, the same thing could happen with trades. It's just amplified less. So Canoe's doing well. Good. Snowflake, Etsy. It's like all my faves today. I love it. Today's a good day. It's a good day. MP Material, I have to say, that CEO is so cool. And I mean, like, there hasn't been a CEO I haven't enjoyed talking to. But it's fun. What I really want to do is take Jack to the mine and have him. I don't know if they'd let him, but it'd be cool. Like Jack has a big Minecraft TNT, and it'd be so cool if he could bring that and then like push the button and like blow up the TNT. Like I don't know. I just feel like that's a fun field trip. Oh, let's go blow some stuff up. Like who wouldn't like that? I love blowing stuff up. Fireworks are fun. Blowing stuff up in video games is fun. So why would Why would real life TNT be any different? Oh my gosh, Upstart, you dog. Oh well. Upstart's a loser today, which is unfortunate. But if this hits a bottom, I'll add to it, and then that'll average us on the day. Because the other guys, let's see, no. See, Upstart's moving down here with the losers today. Darn, Upstart. I'm gonna have to trade my coffee in for vodka now. Romeo Power. There was a big expectation that this one would move a lot today too. Hasn't really moved today. Let's look at Palantir. Palantir also not really moving. A lot of flats. FRX sitting at $10. Lots of flats. But I'm gonna watch Upstart because if this turns, let's see if we have a support level. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. So the last time we bottomed at 122.60, we had a 105. But yeah, but that was also after its crazy rally, right? So its earnings really spurred the rally. We've got pre-market. It had a support. Let's draw some lines here. Let's try to understand what we're up against on this one a little bit better. So let's see here. Okay. Let's throw in a horizontal line here. Let's go right here. 108. We've got a 115. Can we say that? That one wasn't so good. More like 123 with a low of like 120 here. Now, and then we go over here. These are the 126, 128s. Yeah. See, this is what I was looking at earlier, was this 128 movement. You certainly got to push after a 128 movement here. But it did not like that today. So I think if we get to around 120, I'll add to this, and it'll be a good average. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, let's listen to Jim Cramer for a moment.
Just okay. STZ really getting hit. I cannot wait to do this show tonight.
It's going to be good. Yeah, some of those comps are getting tough in the liquor business, Jim. We'll see
and
at
good
6.
luck on the new show at 11. I can't wait to see that.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow. We can talk more about it before Monday. Thanks,
Okay,
Jim.
very good.
We'll see you at 6 p.m. Mad Money with Jim Cramer right here on CNBC. Good Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome to another hour of Squawk in the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Morgan Brennan and David Faber. Got a fresh record high on the S&P today. NASDAQ at about a 2-month high and within 2% of a record close as tech leads the charge. Yields back below 164. Our roadmap begins with the tax man cometh. Goldman's David Kostin.
164 on the 10. That's good. Trending back down. That's awesome. Redfin's up 5% today as well. Wow. Look at the longs are killing it today. EXPI 5.6%. See, but this one also consolidated. Look at this. We had a nice run, and then it kind of relaxed and chillaxed over here. Yeah, kind of gave up some of the steam. Look at like Voyager Digital too. Voyager Digital was up. It just exploded off pre-market. You know what this probably was people putting in buy orders on Voyager Digital because of the big sell-off yesterday. So people saw after hours, oh, Voyager Digital sold off yesterday. They go put in some big fat orders that end up executing right at market open, or they want to buy it at market open because the thing doesn't trade in the after hours. And that's the spike we saw on Voyager Digital. That wouldn't surprise me. Usually this does not fall back to the previous day's lows when it does that. So we'll see. So Canoe's struggling a little bit, but it's above what we'd paid for it. I want to see this push more though. So if we can like maybe mouse it up to like get at least give us like a full 10% up there on the day would be nice. Blink is up 6. Blink's done really well. Since the open, Blink was up like 2%. Blink might have been a good. Well, I mean, obviously, hindsight is so easy. Blink's looking nice. Oh, Tesla's running a little bit, or just had a little bit of a run here. Tesla now up 1.34%, up more than it was. Upstart, I'm getting ready to add some more to Upstart. Once we hit this line here, if we hit at 122 or 120, I'll average in on Upstart. We'll see. Canoe, let's go. Oh, here we go, 7%. It's at 1020 now. So Canoe's doing nicely. Want to see that hit 1050. That'd be nice target. Vuzi's another one. That's been just really the last few days here has been an interesting trade. Let's see. Vuzi. Let's zoom out on Vuzi a little bit here. So Vuzi's been, well, certainly on the upward trajectory for a while here. Actually, since about December, just kind of that consistent growing here. Very nice. All the way up to about 22, 23 bucks here. Did consolidate down to 15. So it does have some crazy swings, Vuzi, but it's on a nice upward trend right now. Vuzi's the headset, the augmented reality headset company. All right, so what else is going on here? Churchill Capital. Zoom in on this one here. Churchill Capital is, let's see. I'm trying to figure itself out today. Tesla's running. Lauren's going to be happy today. That's really good. Good run here on Tesla. Let's, I do want to pull up, I do want to see what's going on in the mainstream as well. Let's listen in a little bit.
The baseline risk would probably be to the upside on tax rate, therefore downside on earnings. I think the three big issues, taxes are one, margins are the second, and the third is interest rates. And over the last month, really year to year, over the course of the last couple of months, those discussions with clients have shifted in terms of the prioritization of topics. Well, right now we start in a big way kicking off the first quarter earnings season next week, and the pivot will be to margins. We know there's been a lot of increases in supply chain, prices have been rising, and the question really, how much and which companies, which industries will be pushing through increased prices to their consumers, if you will, ultimately to the individual consumer, and therefore has some implications on broader inflationary trends. That's going to be the topic that most fund managers, investors will focus on with management on their conference calls. And to think about this, year-over-year growth in the first quarter will probably look something in the vicinity of 20% at the aggregate level. Median stock, which is probably more relevant for stock pickers, is around 9%. So 9% year-over-year growth in earnings is what people are expecting as you come into the quarter. That's not going to be that relevant. The last couple of quarters, Morgan, no one really paid for any positive surprises. Really what they're focusing on is the forward. What's the likelihood? You saw Kimberly-Clark just announced earlier, I think last week, that they were going to be raising.
AMD talked to us. I talked about AMD right at the open. I said it was one I was looking at. I thought AMD was great. AMD, it's one of the first, like literally the first 30 seconds of this live stream, I talked about AMD, and I'm like, AMD looks good today.
Open to that. I hear him saying the thing that people want him to say, but again, the proof is in the pudding. What is he going to do? Look, even if we got a tax increase only to 25%, not 28%, that still puts us right at the very top of the corporate tax rate table, because you've got to add in the state taxes as well. So even if we go to 25, Stuart, we're still not at a good spot. What people don't recognize right now is our 21% rate, the rate that President Trump brought us down to. That just puts us in the middle when you add on those state taxes. We're not at the bottom. We're not super competitive. We're just...
All right. Well, this is just complaining about taxes right now, kind of on both sides.
Well, it resulted in more cash flow for corporates. It's an excellent question, David. It has definitely been coming up, people in Washington and otherwise. So the effective tax rates for U.S. companies went down by around 700-800 basis points, something in the vicinity of around 26% down to around 19%. So basically, David, there's a lot more cash that companies had, a lot more money to spend. And uses of cash across all priorities actually increased. So there was increased in money in CapEx. There was increase in money spent on buying back stock and paying dividends, sort of all the different priorities that companies had.
Tax man coming. All right. These reports are a little boring right now. So let's see what's going on here. Back in the market here. Okay, so it looks like Canoe's running. This is awesome. Upstart is not. That I guess sometimes happens. You get one winner and one loser. But Canoe. I'm excited about Canoe hitting 10. I mean, we'll see how it could run. Remember yesterday, this thing ran up to like 13.55, something like that in terms of percent up. It was great. Let's see. We've got Voyager Digital's up 25. Let's see. We've got okay, hold on one sec. All right, we've got EXPI. Gosh, really nice run here on EXPI, but it also kind of flattened here a little bit. It's unfortunate. Voyager Digital, man, it just went down to 5% of a bump, and now it's back to 8.25%, which is really good for the long position. I really like that. So that's good. We've got let's see what else here. Peloton 120. Okay, let's see. Okay, what else? Upstart, yeah. Oh, Upstart 120. Okay. I'm gonna buy a little bit of Upstart, and just to average down. This could be a mistake. But it is at 120. Watch the darn thing falls even more. It's whatever. We haven't really gotten the turn yet, so I might wait for the turn here a little bit. We've got Voyager XL Fleet is super crappy. It's like so in the hole. Okay, I'm gonna sell. I think I'm gonna see. I want to add to Upstart, and then maybe take profits on GoEV. So I'm gonna sell GoEV, the 2000, and take those profits there, and then maybe buy more Upstart here. That was a really short one. I wanted to maybe let that one run longer, but our volume just hasn't been coming. I still think it could go to 1050 today, but I'm gonna grab my profits on that one. And on Upstart, I've got an order up here on Upstart. Where on Upstart, I want to push this one. Let's see, Upstart. See, I want to push a buy into this to push or to pull down my my cost basis today, because GoEV was good. Let's see, GoEV. GoEV and Upstart. Here we go. See, Upstart's. I just wonder if it's bouncing off this 120 here. I mean, that's what we drew this line earlier, and that's kind of what we suspected. I might throw in a little bit more here at Upstart. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna wait a sec on Upstart. I'm gonna let our Upstart settle a little bit. So made some money on GoEV. Still have work to do on Upstart. Let's see. I wanted to potentially add to something else as well. AMD was another one I was looking at this morning. Now it's pulling back. Yeah, NEO's up 2.7%, which is a good move for the day, but it's also red candlesticking. Square's also red candlesticking. See, a lot of these guys all of a sudden here are red candlesticking a little bit. See, even Tesla's doing the same thing because it was up like 1.3% here. Let's get the Bloomberg terminal up and see what kind of news we have. All right, let's pull the Bloomberg terminal up. Give me 1 sec to pull that up. We've also got Bloomberg TV we can get going again. I want to see the news. Jobless claims rise to 744. The other thing to do with jobs, or at least that I like to do, to kind of really keep track of jobs, is add your, what's it called? Add the PUA jobless claims. R9. Okay, there we go. All right. Bloomberg's coming up. I'll show you what I mean here with jobless claims. So let's go ahead and pull up jobless claims. And then I might want to open up another trade, just to have more fun during the day, because right now Upstart's making me sad. But we'll see. So take a look at this. So we've got the unemployment claims that just came in at 744. I like to add the PUA. So where's the here pandemic unemployment assistance? 151,000. This is actually added together plus 153. It's under 900 now. That's good. I mean, it's still bad that many people are filing for unemployment, but the numbers actually gotten better because that sat under, or that sat at about 1 million for a while, even just in the last few weeks. All right, let's see here. Oh, let's look at the top news. Okay, so AstraZeneca's vaccine drama risks prolonging the pandemic. Oh, that's interesting. We had a conversation about this yesterday in the course chat, which is obviously where I post all my buy and sells. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even put a little note. Not that I think most of you already know. But I think most of you already know that there's a coupon code and an awesome course link down below. But there we go. And perfect. Gotta put that little pinned message in there. Okay, but yeah, yesterday we were having a chat about the AstraZeneca vaccine. Yeah, and about how maybe blood clotting is within the normal incidence for people getting blood clots. It still raises that red flag though of like, wait a minute, is it the vaccine doing it or is it normal? It's definitely something to research. But yeah, I mean, I could see that if people are like, I don't know, I don't want to get the AstraZeneca one, and you now have a slower approach towards herd immunity, yeah, it does extend kind of the drama of what's going on with the pandemic, which the pandemic's exhausting. Future of EV charging, let's listen.
It's a quote-unquote slow charger or an ultra-fast charger. So I'll be looking for more specifics around how this will really be deployed, but no doubt it's certainly a pretty positive tailwind for the sector overall.
Morgan, yeah, I have to comment on this, on the shot. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel when we're talking to you here. You gotta love the remote interviews. But
yeah, totally.
But I'm curious how you gauge and assess the quality of the financials of these companies. Many of them went public via SPAC. Many of them are still really young and barely generating revenue. There's still a lot of question marks in general around what the longer term economics and business models are going to look like, especially when you start factoring things in like the trajectory of EV adoption by consumers, electricity costs, et cetera. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, Morgan, it's a great question. It's something that we think institutional investors are still trying to figure out themselves. It's largely a new sector, as you mentioned. A lot of the companies have come public over the past 3 to 6 months via SPAC, as you mentioned. And in terms of financials, it's certainly early days. A lot of these companies generate little in terms of revenue. They're negative on a gross margin perspective, at least some are. And it's obviously a hockey stick-like growth story that should really accelerate as you move throughout the decade and EVs accelerate and on the back of that, infrastructure accelerates. As you mentioned, the economics today are probably a bit challenged. Just simply as you think about the number of EVs on the road today, it's still quite a small percentage of the overall vehicle fleet. But over time, as utilization on the charging ports increase, that should lead to a pretty nice improvement in utilization and economics. That over time will.
The thing about the whole EV sector is when we think about it, is really like it's a long play. I mean, even like when you look at like MP Materials, right? It's a long play. Very interesting, though, some of the things he said yesterday. Let's see. Let's see. Just reading some of the comments here. Huge Tesla green candlestick. Let's take a look. Tesla. But yeah, I mean, how they mentioned that once they get their refining up over at MP, that they could be making some nice dough over there relative to what they make now. Look at Tesla. Tesla's now up 2%. The long positions are doing well today. Look, I still got a good chunk of a long position over here at Canoe, big one. We've got Voyager's doing well, even though it's red candlesticking right now. The Chargers are moving up. EXBI's coming back. Redfin, even though it's down here just recently in the last 10 minutes, really nice 3% growth here in the day. Tesla is just such a big needle mover, but so is Etsy. The big needle movers for me, just that Etsy. Where's Peloton? Peloton sold off a little bit from the 120 though. Neo, Square, also red candle. Tough day. See, this is the other thing is like we get trends, and oh, you can't see it. We get these trends in the market, and then sometimes they evaporate. With the exception of Blink today. Blink has been one that has been pushing. Still think there's a time to get in on more upstart. Maybe it did break down to 119-ish for a tiny little bit. I think there's a good buy the dip opportunity, I think, on upstart for a trade. We'll see. Excuse me. All right. We'll see. So good on Go EV, good on Canoe, not so good on upstart. That's okay. So what else do we have here? Trimble, Amazon. What I'll do is I'll send after a live stream here, I'll send if I end up adding to upstart, or I end up or when I end up selling upstart, I will send an alert. Tesla's killing it today. I mean, 2% for Tesla's. I mean, it's 2%. It's not like it's crazy. Canoe, I still think there's still potential for Canoe to run more, but I wanted to cash out, ring the bell a little bit on Canoe. So we did that. Peloton trying to move back up. MP Materials. I'm really tempted, by the way, to open a long in MP. Let's see here. MP. Oh, what? It's stuck. There we go. MP Material. Let's look at this one. Let's just look at the chart of this one for a little bit here. So MP Material, let's grab it here. Keeps bobbing around. Bob, MP Material. Let's go. Chart. Here we go. So MP Material, let's look at the day on MP. All right. So on MP Material, we have, let's see here. Yeah, we're less expensive than we have been over the last month, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months today. We're less expensive than we have been for the last 2 months. We're about in line here with pricing that we saw in the peaks of January and the peaks of December. And we're definitely up from where we had been prior when this thing spacked. It makes you wonder if there's a possibility that MP might fall and that there might be a bigger buy the dip opportunity. Like on Upstart, I want to add a long on that one potentially at like 100. Envis to announce their new LiDAR A sample completion as well as specs for EV. Claims it'll surpass other LiDAR techs. Oh, that is interesting. Oh, we'll see how that goes. All right. What else today here? Changes. All right. Let's go to zoom out a little bit here. What do we got? What else is going on? Okay. Weeble, cooperate. Okay. Oh, Upstart went back to 122. Dang it. I should have added at 120 now. That's usually how it works, though. There we go. There we go. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, let's go. Are we gonna run on Upstart? Let's go Upstart. Okay, let's run. Darn it. I should have bought it. I said buy it under 120. I told myself that, and I didn't do it. I looked away. I looked at Fox. What a big mistake that was. Looking away at Fox. Big mistake. Yeah, they got to keep your eyes on the prize, Kevin. Oh, well. Voyager Digital. Right. Oh, Blink keeps moving. This is crazy. I should have added a second position or a third position at Blink. When we thought about it at ChargePoint too, which ChargePoint is moving up a little bit with it as well. See, ChargePoint was up 2%, and now it's running a little bit. Oh, the Chargers coming through. How fun. Voozy at 8.3. Yeah, that's kind of where it's been for the last like 20 minutes-ish. And Etsy, Twilio, Fanny, Tesla. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're actually getting, I feel like, a lifting of the market here. Because look at this. Tesla's now at 2.3%. He was like 0.6 when we started. So good move. Lots of my favorites going up. Upstart, it's at 122 now. Nice. So how's our volume doing? Let's see. It's the price of your stock, so volume's obviously going to look lower than Canoe. But we actually got decent volume coming in here. This is good. That's a good sign. I like that. Good volume coming in. We're about to hit as much volume as we hit at the. See, this was so weak. We lost all volume, and that's why we started seeing this downtrend. Now we're seeing some nice volume come back. That's really good. So if Upstart gets some nice volume here, this will push back into the green. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We should just draw the line. Kevin, draw the line. That's what we're going to do. Let's draw the line. All right, here we go. Okay, trend line. From where I said to buy it, the line that we drew here. No, I should move it over a little bit more. Hold on. No, get rid of that one. Trash. From the line that we had here, right here, and where's Moon? We got to go like at least that way. Just up and to the right. That's it. That's what we want. All right. So we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, look at Blink. Blink's not stopping. It has had a couple pullbacks, but it's just been followed by more runs. But we'll see. It looks like volume is starting to slow down. Yeah, volume's slowing down on this one, which anytime we get a slowdown in volume, we oftentimes end up seeing red candlesticks after it. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe that'll be a better entry point. Canoe's still doing well. It's not as high as what it was at that at third, in the 1030 range or whatever, but it's still doing well. It's still green at least. EXPI nicely too, 6.3%, which is nice for that long position that's in it. Peloton is 120. Oh, it just dropped under 120. Okay, let's look at the top news chart quick here. I'll have to defer the message here, and I'll circle right back to that. So oil rally doesn't herald a community super cycle. Okay, well, all right. What else here? AstraZeneca vaccine drama. We saw that. White House sees GOP's corporate tax defense as a big loser. What's that? Corporate tax defense. All right, let's see here. The White House views Republican attacks on Joe Biden's proposal to use corporate tax hikes to pay for vast infrastructure as a losing argument in the battle for public opinion. The GOP, which successfully painted the Obama-Biden administration's spending programs as economically ineffective and wasteful in the run-up to the 2010 elections, has joined with the business lobby in the past week to assail Biden's tax proposals. Yeah, Biden came out really sad yesterday that his infrastructure plan got railed on. Like, he kind of started yelling at us, and then said he would be open to negotiating down the proposed higher corporate tax rate. We'll see how that goes. I still think what's his name, Manchin is going to prevent any of that kind of a bump. Maybe some of it though. Maybe Manchin will come in and go, look, I'll go for like 24% or something like that. Blink just had a volume spike. Oh, nice. Oh, man. Do hold Blink as a long. Upstarts at 122. Oh, no. The line we drew. It's too funny. All right, we'll watch Upstart. It does have a nice uptrend though right now. Let's see here. Still has volume. 20,000, 11,000, 29,000, 25,000, 9,000, 19,000. That was a low candlestick here. Low volume right here. 3,000. Very low volume. We'll see what happens here. Oh no. All right. Blink. That's the one today. Oh my gosh. Should have played Blink. But hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? EXPI. And how's our volume? It just had that massive spike on Blink. That's really nice. Voyager Digital. Also nice rebound. Canoe. Canoe's red candlesticking a little bit. I did close out of Canoe. First Majestic EXPI 4%. Peloton 4%. What about longs? Any long discounts to buy today? Sundial SOS, no. Arclight, Nordstrom, Carnival. Naked, no. Matterport? No, not quite at that 12 yet. I really want to see 12 for Matterport. And if Upstart goes down to 120, I will buy that as a long. I'm sorry, not 120, 100. At 100, I want Upstart as a long. It's kind of funny. I've been cheering that one going down, but but then I decided to do a short trade on it too, which is kind of funny. I should have just done a short put on it. So in the meantime, what else here? Vuzi, Voyager Digital, Canoe. Okay, these are all staying stable. Let's listen into CNBC for a moment. See what we got here.
Third wave, so it's a tricky time for them.
It sure is. Obviously, we're thinking of France and hoping that situation gets resolved quickly. Thanks, Rahel Solomon. The president announced, as you might know by now, that the U.S. must take bold action on infrastructure spending, and he explained the various structures that this country needs to rebuild.
I'm prepared to work. I really am. But to automatically say that the only thing that's infrastructure is a highway, a bridge, whatever, that's just not rational. It really isn't. I think the vast majority of Americans think everything from the sewer pipes to the sewer facilities to the water pipes, I think they're infrastructure.
Joining us this morning, talk more about the definition of infrastructure.
Okay, that was a really weird transition. I'm like, okay, just slap that music in like that. Let's go to Varnes.
Several plants, and they estimate it will cost them, this chip shortage, about $2 billion this year. GM back to 59, way above where it was a year ago, by the way. All right, look at this. 172,000 migrants apprehended in the month of March, just that month, as they tried to cross our southern border, up 71% from February. That's a surge. Alex Hogan is at the border town in Texas. Expect that number.
Of course they're talking about the border wall. It's always the border wall. I don't understand. How do they consider this business? Let me listen for a moment just to see what Alex thinks, why she thinks this is business.
3,000 people just here in the Rio Grande Valley. Meanwhile, there's a sad new number. More than 20,000 children are in U.S. facilities. And now some disturbing details about inside one of those facilities.
Which stock do we buy?
Abbott is calling for an investigation after reports of sexual abuse and neglect for children inside the center in San Antonio.
That doesn't sound good. That does not sound right. It doesn't sound good. It sounds bad. It sounds very bad. It does not sound like business. So let's go this way.
Women and myself included in this, we don't do makeup anymore. We just do eye makeup, and we're going to continue that. It's all about skincare and skin.
Okay.
How are your products and brands positioned for?
I was going to say, wait, what is happening in the business community today?
I already saw some of that shift. I mean, we actually pivoted a lot of some of our capacity to more personal care, skin care, and we're seeing, high demand on those products. we believe, makeup's still going to have an important role. We are developing products where makeup actually is more skin friendly, with a lot of natural ingredients and biodegradable.
Boring. Boring. All right, let's go over here. Oh, good. I think Blink is finally having that red candlestick. Finally. Maybe this will be an opportunity to go buy Blink. Let's see. It had a really nice buy spike there. We'll see. EXP. Okay, so a lot of let's see. Vuzi, Voyager. Oh, Voyager. Big old red candlestick. Oh, Neo running. Sweet. Voyager falling a bit. Neo running. This is all like, it's got like Meet Kevin written all over this upside today, with the exception of this one loser. The one thing, get up. Wait, where'd it go? Upstart's gonna come back up. It's in the name, Upstart. Oh, I have it right here. It's coming back. It's coming back. Let's go. I drew the line where to buy it at the bottom. I literally drew the line and it bounced off the line. Kevin, the lines have power. Listen to the freaking lines. But no, Kevin, no. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. So you don't listen to the freaking lines that you draw, you lose. Idiot. So this is why. This is like, as we say, Kevin buys something, you wait, because it goes down afterwards. And then you buy where the line is. And then you sell. Oh, man. All right. So, okay, so we got a little bit of a green candle coming back here at a Blink. Vuzi's still stable. Very stable here on Vuzi. Vuzi doozies. Peloton, 410, Redfin, 4, Etsy, 3.8. Oh, come on, Canoe. You can do better than that. Let's see here. When I'm going to get a nice double out of Canoe, by the way. So we bought this thing for the long position on this one's like 9. Yeah, 95.21 is the long position on this. So, okay, nice red candlestick now. When this thing goes up, I'm looking for that 18. That would be so nice. And it'll come. I like Canoe. I have now 2 pre-orders for their trucks, so it has to go up. Speaking of going up, look at Tesla. Tesla's trying to get back to 700. MP Materials sold down a little bit again. ChargePoint also sold down a couple percent again. Blink is the one really holding on to the gains here. Blink has a very high short interest, by the way, as well. Out of all of them, it's higher than some of these other stocks that we watch. So Nordstrom down 2.3, American Air down 3, Carnival's down, Matterport's down. See, I've got a massive position in Matterport here, but I'm actually happy about this going down. Because if I can't, seriously, to under 13, let's zoom out on this one. All right, so here. So last time, yeah, see, look at this. Last time, during the sort of last crash here, we'll zoom in on this a little bit. Can I zoom in on 3.5? I know that's really when we had our last bottom, big bottom. Why is this so slow? Zoom. By the way, if you want to zoom horribly slowly, get 2 free stocks with Webull. metkevin.com/Webull. Deposit $100 and get 2 totally free stocks. And then you too could zoom extremely slowly. All right, where's 3.5? So, okay, here's 3.5. This is what I wanted to look at. So the bottom of really the candlesticks for the hour, not necessarily the bottom of, well, I mean, I guess that's the bottom of the stick. The bottom of the box was somewhere around, yeah, wow, it was 1189. Oh my gosh, I don't know that, yeah, but it was there so, I don't think we're going to get back to under 12. Let's go back to our very, very slow zooming. So do we have any real supports? Yeah, maybe over here. These are the bottom of the boxes. Bounced off that 3 times at 13.13. Oops. Let's clear that. Oh, clear. No, I don't want to delete all drawings. I want to delete that one. That one. Delete. All right. Okay, Weeble. It's not that hard. There we go. All right, horizontal line on this one here. Okay, we hit here a few times. Yeah, somewhere between 13.13 and here 12.84. Those are some real nice low buys. Yeah. See, and look. Oh, see, bounced off that over here. Got in the range over here. Those are good lines. Those are good. Okay, good. So now, when we look at the minute chart here, now we got to respect the lines. From now on, when I open a position, I'm only going to do it if it respects the lines. That's what we're going to do. So, Upstart did not respect the lines. But that was my fault. So, see, I want to, and we don't know if we're going to get down there. That's okay. We'll be patient on it. But if I could get within this box right here, anywhere between 13.13 and 12.84, I'll add a nice chunk to this one. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's it. All right. What else do we have here? So in the losers, SOS, Sundial, Norwegian. Wow, Norwegian's down 4%. Ouch. Open Doors at $20. Arclight, Microvision went down too. Microvision's down 14.25. All right. All right, going up here, we've got Wells Fargo, 0.6, Ubiquity, Rocket, Target. All right, let's see. What do we got over here? Blink, trending down. That might be bouncing off this. I don't. Yeah, this is starting to look like that same kind of pattern that we've seen over the last few hours here. It goes up, comes down a little bit, and then it goes up to the moon again. It could be doing that again. I don't know. I was hoping for a little bit more of a sell-off. So we'll see. It's probably a little too. Maybe we'll see. If I end up adding Blink, and it's not during this live stream, I'll send out an alert. Don't copy me exactly, because if I mess up, I don't want you to blame me. Make your own trades. Like AMD. Let's see how AMD did today. I was thinking about AMD. AMD, it just looked decent in the pre-market, but I didn't end up liking it at open. So I didn't add anything to AMD. No, it's kind of had a mixed day here. Yeah, actually, it's actually down from pre-market. So that's a good thing I didn't add to this one. Although it did have a temporary run there somebody could have taken advantage of. GameStop. Wow, that's crazy. GameStop was up like 4%. Also, right at the open, right at the open, a red candlestick. So it was kind of like, please don't buy me. It's kind of what it was saying. What else? Canopy, no, all these guys are kind of stable right now. Upstart right around 123. Yeah, Blink's heading back. Blink's heading back up. All right, let's listen to the CNBC for a sec. All right, what's CNBC got to say?
Standpoint. So we know companies that have high trust cultures, that have higher levels of engagement, actually produce better business results, and their employees have a better experience. So one of the things we actively do is we actually measure engagement, right? And so over time, if we're seeing the effects of things like what we've committed to in terms of our targets and goals and diversity, equity, inclusion are increasing our employee engagement, it's increasing our loyalty scores.
All right, let's pull back. Okay. Let's jump over. Let's see. So CNBC, nothing. Okay. Fox has got nothing. Boring. Let's see if Bloomberg TV's got anything. Bloomberg. Tesla blasts Germany. Ooh.
should cut red tape to speed up projects that help fight climate change. The government says it's not allowed to legally differentiate between climate-friendly projects and those that may be polluting. Global news 24 hours a day, on air and on Bloomberg Quick Take, powered by more than 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 120 countries. I'm Ruchika Gupta. This is Bloomberg. Alex?
Can you imagine, like, we get frustrated as individuals trying to get like a building permit at the city. Could you imagine trying to build a factory like Tesla? I mean, they got all the money in the world, but gosh, it's in Germany too. That's gotta be rough.
Tesla. He joins us now. He now has an overweight rating for Tesla and an $880 price target. Adam, I feel like it was in some ways a reluctant call because you were underweight over the summer. Did anything change fundamentally with actually Tesla, or is this more of a macro call now?
Oh, look, Tesla, we just think it's a must own here. And I say that because we frequently speak with investors that say, Adam, I want to put together a long-term EV or AV exposed portfolio, but I'll never own Tesla. And we kind of take a deep breath and say, well, then you run the risk of not owning the company that could make all the other stuff you do own obsolete. And so while we do have better ideas in our recommendations for EV and AV exposure than Tesla, one of our most important messages to investor is that you still have to own Tesla as a bit of insurance due to their leadership and ability to attract and importantly to deploy capital. And I think the next year or two, you're going to see them really dial that up as they become an infrastructure company, drafting on all these projects and infrastructure bills all over the world.
Adam, just to be clear, good morning, it's Guy. You're not saying that you shouldn't own other EV companies. You're just saying that Tesla needs to be part of the mix in terms of the portfolio that you're putting together.
Yes, that, but also that due to the fact that Tesla has zero internal combustion entanglement and is in a position during an arms race type of, forces to attract capital and talent, perhaps more efficiently, more advantageously, without having to defend any of the melting ice. That is something we think is underestimated. So sure, there's lots of legacy companies. They're all, if you listen to what they're saying, they all sound like they're Tesla. And in many ways, they're frankly obsessed with Tesla. They would, if you listen to 30 seconds of a Volkswagen or GM, or you'd think they didn't sell any internal combustion cars. And it turns out they sell 98%
but Adam,
of the revenue for ICE.
They start from a much lower multiple. And Tesla's trading on some pretty punchy multiples, you could argue. We can debate that point, but let's just park it to one side.
You're right.
Volkswagen's gone from 120 to 240 in the space of about 6 months. You do wonder whether there's more. These guys were valued as if they were going out of business.
Yep.
Now they're starting to get a little bit of the Tesla halo. I'm just wondering whether you get a bigger bang for your buck by owning some or a mix rather than focusing on Tesla.
It's a great question, Guy. And Volkswagen's covered by Harold Hendricks out of London. He has an equal weight. We think that there's great potential, and for Volkswagen and for many other legacy OEMs, the value of their EV assets may still be potentially very, very undervalued by investors. The thing that we think is being ignored is the 98% of their revenues that's coming from ICE may be dramatically overvalued. Guy, we're running scenarios where the value of ICE is massively negative. And so these auto companies have the burden of managing out this asbestos-like, toxic tort-like, tobacco-like liability and still being able to attract ESG money to be an EV winner. And we think that is going to it's going to force these companies into these uncomfortable but necessary strategic outcomes.
But it's not like everyone's owning an EV tomorrow. I mean, it's the same thing with the oil and gas industry. It's not like tomorrow no one uses coal or oil anymore.
It's a good interview.
It's not about tomorrow. And I think that the investors we engage with understand this will take decades to see through. And analogies to the rollout of the electric utility grid, candles didn't just collapse overnight. Horse and carriage shared the road with the automobile for 20 years plus. Fixed wing aircraft and dirigibles were in the skies at the same time. So it's just that what the market sees and knows is happening. Those are the bets that are being made today.
Adam, where is the value in Tesla? Is it, as you say, almost as an infrastructure company? Is it in the chemistry? I'd be curious to know your views on who you think is going to come out with a solid state. And if that's not Tesla, is that a problem? You're kind of more cautious on China as well. I'm interested to see kind of where that valuation kind of stacks up versus the others as well. What is Tesla? Because I'm still, years after Tesla was launched, confused as to this kind of shape-shifting valuation model that is applied to this company.
So I think a good heuristic, if you think about the value of Tesla, is to think about Apple, okay? One of the worst kept secrets in tech is that Apple's developing a car. How would a company like Apple, or fill in the blank, other mega tech companies, how would they approach transportation? How would they approach autonomy, electrification, networking, software, AI? It's more than just unit times price, okay? If you solve for just units for Tesla, of course, you get these really ridiculous things like Tesla needs 70% market share. And of course, then that reinforces people saying, I'll never own Tesla. But we think Tesla is an installed base play, growing 1 million cars on the road to then 30, 40 million cars by the end of the decade, and getting an average revenue per unit or an ARPU from their monthly active users, and getting software-like and software-derived revenues from that installed base. When you start doing that, frankly, you have Tesla not covered by old-fashioned auto analysts like me. I genuinely believe this, Guy, if we at Morgan Stanley do our job properly over some number of years, it will be covered by our tech or software team, because it'll make sense. That'll be the model, and they can comp it versus those types of stocks instead of looking at a legacy auto company and saying Tesla looks expensive and then dropping the mic.
So how do you, that's one way to look at that. So Tesla becomes a tech company, but do the tech companies become car companies? Like, how do you see the Apple car playing out?
So this is important. We think that Volkswagen, obviously, as a national champion and one of Germany's largest private employers, they're going to make a run at EVs and they'll have some degree of success. We don't doubt that. So you could say that Elon might be annoyed or a little, distracted by Volkswagen. But what we think he's really focused on are the Apples and that genre. Those are the ones that can really, really get a big chunk of the market globally and in the US. So we think that those a risk to Tesla, the two risks are mega tech getting into transportation and being able to do things that Tesla does and even more, right? Because they can attach to their ecosystem. And then the other concern, which Guy brought up, is, and it's not really to single out China or even Tesla, but we think as the automobile becomes a transport utility like telecom and electricity, you'll see national champions and national security walls going up where this industry isn't global anymore. And it's not right to have a US private company taking people around in the streets of Wuhan over time.
Adam, one final threat, which I always think about when I think about Tesla as well. And I appreciate what you're saying about the migration to kind of software-like multiples. What does your modeling tell you about the valuation of Tesla if we get bond yields? We're at 1.6 now. Say we get to 2. Say we get to 3. Say we get to 4. How does that change the valuation case for Tesla?
Mathematically, it can only hurt it. There's just no way around that. I guess then the question is, does it hurt it more than any other looking at a $5 or $10 trillion TAM trying to disrupt it? So ostensibly, there's no way around your answer. You got me. What I think, it depends who you ask, though. If you ask software and tech hardware people about Tesla, many of them look at it as stonkingly good value. If you ask auto people and people in my world about it, they say, I can never own it. It's ridiculously valued. Maybe the truth is somewhere in between. Maybe it's both.
And on that note, we will leave it. Adam, always a pleasure. Really appreciate your analysis.
That guy's super bullish. I mean, those were some really exciting things there. Wow. That's wow. Very, very good for Tesla. I mean, let's go back to the charts here for a moment. I'm excited. I mean, my day trades, I think what we traded with today was like 0.2 of 1% of my portfolio. That's actually probably less than that. It is less than that. But anyway, my longs here are really liking today. 2% on Tesla. I'm actually surprised that Tesla's kind of slipped after that Bloomberg interview. Although I don't know how many people actually sit and watch Bloomberg all day long. But that was a really bullish interview there on Bloomberg. Churchill Capital, Microsoft, Churchill Capital 1.27%. What else here? So stay tuned for an alert on what my thoughts are with Upstart. I don't think anything's going to happen in the next 10, 15 minutes here. Voyager Digital's kind of been on this roller coaster. Blink has been very stable around 10. EXPI also kind of stable on the day here. See, this is sometimes what makes the market a little tough. With the exception of Etsy. Look, Etsy just popped up here. Etsy now at 213. This is awesome. Redfin. Redfin's down a little bit. Xpeng is doing decent, 35. Neo, though, still under 40. Oh, man. Zom's up today. Oh, Zom's got it's such weird bar charts on Zom. These batch orders, the way they do this, I wish I fully understood how this works in the back end, as far as how they do that. I'm sure somebody has the answer to that. But anyway, up 2.7% on Square. It's exciting. Shift Technology. See, Shift rubber bands to 850 all the time. All the time. Just bobs around. Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin's back up 2% today. It was at like 55K yesterday. It's kind of like, oh man, the coins are going down. Okay. Upwork is up 1.86% today. Upstart's down. It's okay, Upstart. All right. So Upstart's right around 122. Had a really nice fall kind of from the open, solid fall. This is the downside of buying stuff in the pre-market, which I bought this in the pre-market, which was stupid. I should always wait to see what happens first. So it's a good lesson there. Good reminder rather, because I've always said don't buy in the pre-market, but I didn't listen. I got impatient, but that's all right. I will watch Upstart throughout the day. We'll see what happens with Upstart. Canoe was profitable, so that's nice. Voyager Digital also printing tendies for the portfolio today. EXPI is a little bit under my cost basis on Webull. I've got EXPI in my chase as well. So my cost basis is probably, if I average in my Webull, it's probably around 50 pre-split. So like 25, 26 average together on EXPI. I saw a comment the other day. They're like, oh, Kevin bought EXPI and then it went down by half. It's like, no, it split. It did a 2-to-1 split. But anywho, so Etsy, Redfin, good moves here. I always wonder why Redfin was selling off. I think people are misunderstanding just the real estate game. Neo, Beyond Meat, Square. Okay, this is all pretty stable for the day. Square being Etsy. Where's Palantir though? Palantir. Oh, Palantir is slowly starting to move again. Oh, it's frozen. There we go. Where is it? 22.99. Palantir. All right. Well, it doesn't want to show it to me on the left here. Oh well. Here we can grab it like this. Palantir. There we go. 0.44% today. Wow, but a full 5% on Peloton today. That's great. Peloton's been a really good long here from when we added a bunch to it. Tesla's at 2%. Kind of red candlesticking though. Really unpredictable market right now. Dave & Buster's 4444. That's literally where it sat yesterday. Right at 44444. Too many fours maybe. Matterport, still kind of want to see this one go down to 13-ish, right around there. Buy a bunch there. And then Upstart. Oh, Upstart's almost at 124. Push here. I really should have added to this one when we had our line, because we drew our line when this was at like 122. Drew the line at 122. Drew the line. It broke the line, which was perfect opportunity to average into it, but I didn't do it. We are getting some green candle sticking over here at Upstart, which is nice. We'll see how that develops. Keep an eye on this. Voyager Digital, 7.8. Wayfair, 2.5. Cool. Wow. All right. Awesome. Super cool. Arclight, Aurora Cannabis, C3AI. C3AI. One day, C3AI will actually turn around. But look at that. It gave a nice little false start here. Take a look at this. Little up, and then no, right back down. Somebody says Matterport announced new tech today. Really? I want to see. Matterport news. Matterport. What's this? An industry first Matterport True Plan for Zactimed Accelerated Profit. Matterport. Oh, look, a first of it, Matterport True Plan eliminates the need for restoration contractors to manually sketch properties, accelerating estimation process by 4x and shortening insurance claim cycle. This is literally what I've been talking about with Matterport. This is one of the reasons I'm so long bullish on Matterport, is they're going to transform the insurance industry. And when that happens, or as that happens, Matterport is going to become so freaking profitable. So profitable. I love Matterport. Such a big position. And I want to add more. I really want this to go down. Kind of like I want, like, in the short term, I want Upstart to go up, but I really want Upstart to be like $100 again and get under $100 so I can actually buy it as a long. But yeah, Matterport here. Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking under M, but it's GHVI. Duh. GHVI. There we go. GHVI. Yeah, so it's at 1336 right now. I want more of this so badly. Wait, how did that happen? How did it just candlestick down to 1302? What crap is that? I would have loved to have bought it there. I should just have a limit order on this. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to place a limit on this. Let's put a limit in. 1313 is where I want to buy it. So 1313, because that's where my line is. And we're going to follow the rule of the line here. I don't want to do extended hours, so I'm going to turn that off. And yeah, no, that's actually what I want to just set this. I'll just set an alert. That's going to be a better way to do this. I'll set yeah, but then if somebody oversells like this, there's no way I'm going to react fast enough. I like it at 1313. I'll add 5K to my Matterport position at 13, and we'll set this as a good to cancel limit order, which obviously it's not going to go through right now, but we'll see it pop up here, or we should see it pop up. Yeah, there we go. Of course, now it's moving up. That's okay. We'll leave that there. I should have set that before, because look at that. That's crazy. I wonder if we would have filled. Probably not, because it was there for probably like a second. Sweet. Let's go, Upstart. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Upstart. Why don't you start up like a rocket ship? Yeah. All right. Voyager Digital. What else here? Amazon. Look at all the ARCs. All the ARCs are green today. That means everybody's going to be buying ARC today. All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. We set our limit there. We'll see what happens. And thank you so much for being here. Folks,